Hello everyone. I'm back with another video. So excited for today's food. It's so good. So today I have pork belly with veggies. So it's just like that wrap, you know, and you just wrap it in lettuce and it's so good and so fresh. Okay. Now let's get started. So today I actually have a drink and it's Coco Rico. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's so good. Not really the best thing for you, but who cares? I surely don't care. Chicago cup. So good. So good. This is not an ASMR video, by the way. How's everybody doing? Hope they're doing good. Still in the new year. Just enjoying it. I just added something else to my New Year resolution or things to change this year. It's just to be happy. Who cares what people think or what people think of you? Just be happy, you know? Be at peace with yourself. Like, who cares, you know? Well, anyways, let me get started with my meal. Get some lettuce wrap here. So this is covered in the fire sauce. And then this one's just regular salt and peppered. And then this is a fermented, Korean fermented paste. Soybean fermented paste. Sorry. Another bite. Let me try the salt and pepper. Dip it into some fermented soybean paste. Get a white onion and tomato. I'm gonna do one more bite of this pork belly, and then I'll get into my topic for today. In last week's video, I was talking about King's Affection, which is a Korean drama show, and it was a shit show. Not really good at explaining stories, but like I said, practice makes perfect. So I'm just gonna try to get better and better as I go, and try to not leave out certain details. But I felt like I did leave a few details out of that show, like of King Affections. But like I said, if you watch the show, I mean, just watch it because it's pretty good. And it's like, I didn't do like the very smaller details, but I tried to do like the bigger details. But I think so the movie I'm gonna be talking about today, I'm probably gonna tell you a short summary or maybe even the whole story of the movie. And it is a Korean movie. I think it's a thriller. I wouldn't say it's like a horror anything, but it's more of a thriller. It's called The Call. And it's about these two girls, and they're about the same age. If you haven't watched it yet, it's on Netflix, and if you have, you could just click out of this video or skip to the very end, because yeah, it's gonna be spoilers, but at the same time I'm gonna leave out some details so you can still watch it and still enjoy it. Ooh. I like onion because it's like a kind of like a wasabi. Like, you know how it goes into your nose? Yeah, it's like a different kind of, like, I don't know, sensation. Like, oh yeah, and if you did get to watch it after my video came out, let me know in the comments if you did and if you like it. And like about the things that happen, like like, what is your thoughts and opinions on what happened in the show? I would love to hear it. It's so good. The Call. So the story is about these two girls. I forgot their names, but we'll go with girl A and girl B. Okay, so let's start with girl A. So girl A is and it's based in Korea. So girl A, in the beginning of the movie, she's going into a house that belonged to her parents. And it's like a deserted house. Like, it looks very old, not very upkeep, and she only had like one neighbor, which was a farmer, a strawberry farmer. So she moves in. And she had a rough childhood. Her father had passed away when she was young. I think she was like 10 at the time. Around that time. I'm not like 100% on the details, but I'm just gonna tell you what I know and what I remember from the movie I watched. And it is a movie. It's not like the 16 episode long show. It's a movie. So she had a rough childhood. Her father had passed away tragically at the age of she was at the age of 10, and she only had her mother, and her mother is ill and like is fighting cancer. She's basically like taking care of her mother, and like she's so her mother's in the hospital right now, getting taken care of. So now back to present time. Yeah, her mom is sick. She has cancer, so she's taking care of her. So now she's going back to the house that they lived in, and it's an old home, like I said. She started rummaging through the place, and she found a phone, like a landline. So one day she gets a call, and the call is from girl B. And girl B is saying, is this so-and-so market or convenience store or whatever? Sorry, again, don't really know the details. Just the important stuff. It's like, oh no, this is not, this is so-and-so. Yeah. So she hangs up. And she was like, that's weird. And I think she tried calling out somewhere, but it went to girl B again, which she's always on the other line. So every incoming call, outgoing call is always going to girl B and girl A. Like, no matter what number you call, it's always gonna go to them. And so they just started talking to each other on the phone back and forth. So she's trying to figure out who she is and how she can help her. So one day she was calling her in a panic, like in a scream, or like she was getting hurt. This is girl B calling girl A, calling her like she was going through something, you know, on the other end, like she was being abused. And girl A was so concerned, she kept calling her, making sure she's okay, like if there's any way she could help her. And she's like, no, like she's just saying like, no, I'm fine, it's just my mother, like she's very mean to me, and like stuff like that. So like girl A is like, that's not right, you know, it's like you should do something about it. And she was like confused, and then eventually they figured out that excuse me, during like the conversations that they had back and forth, I'm gonna probably burp a lot because of the onions, but during the time that they're calling back and forth, they found out that they were in two different timelines, or timelines. So she was in 1997, and the other girl, I believe, was in the 2000 something. Sorry, don't know that detail. Okay, and then they're the same age, but just 2 different years, like a big gap. And they don't like know how that's possible. Like, that's just crazy. Like, they're in 2 different, but they're still talking to each other. So girl A is from the future, and girl B is from the past. So anyways, so like I said, during the time girl B was going through something with her mother, either she was being abused or something, and the girl was just curious. So one day girl A was curious. She hears like, I think she hears like a noise or something, and she was curious, so she like went to go look around the house, and she ended up in a hallway, and there's like a wall there with just like a picture frame, and she was like tapping on the wall, and it's hollow. And she was like, I wonder, like, she's thinking in her head what it is. So she like toward the wall, and she sees it's like a downstairs like basement area, and it's like big, like, and it's like, it looks like what a serial killer would have in their basement, basically. But I don't know, I think it was like an embalming room or some sort, I don't know. But yeah, she just got more curious and curious, so she like started looking around, like trying to figure out what's going on with girl B, because she's from the future, but she doesn't really know like anything, so it has to be something to do with that house. So she went downstairs, but like there will be like visions like of stuff happening. Yeah, it was weird. So anyway, so she just wanted to know more, so she researched the house, about the house and like stuff like that. Because when her dad bought the house, she was a young girl, so she doesn't remember a lot of the stuff that happens. So so she was like looking up like articles and stuff on the computer and to see what happened, and she found out that the mother had killed girl B. Yeah. So the mother said that the girl, she was just psychotic. Like, she just killed her daughter. So girl A went to girl B and told her what happened. It was like, your mother's gonna kill you, be prepared, like run away, like, you know. And then she was like, she's gonna kill you on this day. And she's like, okay. And she's like, just be prepared, just make sure you run away. So that's what she did. She planned on. So that day of the incident, her mother was coming in planning on killing her, but she pretended like she was sleeping, but really she put something under her blanket, and her mother hovered over her and stabbed the sheets. And then the girl comes out behind her and basically kind of like defended her and attacked her. But usually when you're defending yourself, you will usually just stab once or twice. But she stabbed her multiple times and started laughing, like psychotically laughing. And she was like crazy, and she's like, I feel free, I'm so free. And she calls girl B A and tells her that, I feel so free, thank you so much, like, you know, like. And she was like, okay. So now she's home alone, and she has to cover up the murder that she basically did. But some weird stuff started happening. I'm not going to tell you one of the parts that happened because I don't want to make this video too long, but there is things that happened. So I'm gonna just fast forward through everything, because you can watch the rest, because I don't want to make this video way too long. So she stabbed her, and she just had a psychotic break, and she says she feels like she's free. And like I said, usually you just stab 1 or 2 times for defense, but she stabbed her multiple times. So she ended up chopping her up, putting her in the fridge, and just leaving her there because she don't know what to do. She's just like a young girl. Well, young girl. She's like 28. And she, so girl A was like, okay, good, I helped you. But she didn't know that she killed the mother until later on, where she felt like girl B was acting a little weird. So she looked it up. So she found out that she killed her mother. So girl A told girl B, like, why did he do that? And stuff like that. And she's like, I don't know. And she was like, you're gonna go to jail, and you're gonna spend the rest of your life in prison, basically. She's like, no, I don't want to go to prison. I'm just finally being free. So you need to help me figure out how I got caught. She's like, no, I'm not gonna help you. But she's like, but I need you to, please, like, help me figure out. And then she's like, no, I'm not, like, you're crazy. So the girl A just stopped talking to her, and everything. But during that time, before all that happened, girl B actually helped girl A. She's like, since you helped me, I'm gonna help you too. So you know how her dad died in a fire. So girl B went to go stop the fire from happening. So she went to go turn off the burner for her. So that incident never happened. So her whole future changed, where her dad is alive now. Her mom is not. Her mom's cancer free, and she has her family back. And the house is not like crazy looking anymore. It's not like torn down. It's not like old anymore. It looks like it was upkeep. Okay, now back to, she's like begging her, please help me, like, figure out whatever. But she's like, no, I'm not. So then the girl A just didn't pick up the phone anymore, and she just, whatever, I'm not gonna pick up, you know. So then she's like calling her the B word and saying, if you don't pick up, like, I'm gonna do something, blah, blah, blah. So what she did was she killed her father. So so she killed her father in the past. So now in the future, she took her father away again. And she was happy, like, when her father came back. She was grateful and everything. But she got her father taken away once again by the psychotic girl. That part I was so mad at. And there's no way of stopping her because she was from the past. And girl A can only control stuff in the future, and girl B can control stuff in the past. So that's what she did to get back at her. So now she said, if you don't find out how I'm gonna get arrested, what's the evidence that they have on me, I'm gonna go after your mother. So she's like, no, I'll do it. So she figured out what happened. So she figured out it was by a knife. by the knife. So she told her about the knife to the girl. She went back to get the knife from where she discarded that. So then her future changed again, where she doesn't end up in jail. Oh, I just got scared. Holy shit. So, where was I? I'm so fucking scared. So she just didn't go in jail. And her future just altered because they had found the evidence. So the girl A is just in a frantic because she just lost everything once again. So the psychotic girl, I don't know, she wanted to be free. So she started doing these things like shopping and, but the police asked about her mother. Like, where is she? Like a missing person report, basically. Yeah, there's other stuff that happens, but kind of don't want to get into that part. So there's more that happens. I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but that's what happened so far. There is some details that I have left out, but like I said, if you guys watch it, you guys get the full detail and understand some of the stuff I did miss or misexplain, because I'm just not that good. But I just wanted to share with you guys anyways, because it's a very good movie. It's really trippy just because of the whole two different timelines. Yeah, and the phone only going to her, like just two lines, which is going to girl A and girl B, no matter what you do or what you call or who you call. Yeah, it's just crazy. And it's still on Netflix right now, and you could just watch it, and then oh, sorry, it's the onions. You could just watch it and then figure out the rest, because it's good. I mean, I felt like the little preview and the description of it on Netflix didn't do the movie justice, because I didn't really want to watch it until my friend had said something. No, Bernice, she had said something, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I do want to watch this. She said it's very good, and so I was like, okay, let me watch that too. So I was just like, yeah, it's trippy. But anyways, alright, so I didn't want to make my video too long, but it always ended up being long. But thank you guys again for watching. I promise I'll do better next time, working on all my stuff like I need to work on. You see, my head is not cut off. It's in a full video. So proud of myself in a full screen. Yeah, I got better at doing my setup. I'm so proud of myself. Yay. Yeah, again, happy New Year's to everybody. You know, I hope this year will be a great year for everybody. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.